Bars are 32 different points on the head. They're basically like hitting delete file on your computer back. So, you know, garbage in equals garbage out. So when you have too much stuff on your computer, it sort of jams it and things don't work. So with this stuff, what it does is it eases off your brain waves so that you have a greater possibility of creating more.
My first bars class was amazing. I went on first to the table, and I don't actually remember a lot. I remember having my head touched, and then it was just like this complete blank. I don't even know what I'm thinking right now, and I got off the table, and it was a lot of space, and then I actually got the opportunity to run bars on the other person, and getting off the table again, she was all space, I was space. We kind of looked at each other and went, wow, this is wild.
So I had a bars session, and between having my bars run and the verbal facilitation that she did with me over that hour and a half, I got off the table and I was like, I was speechless, because what we were able to change and how I felt after an hour and a half was like a year with this other lady.
The reason the bars class is a prerequisite for so many of the other Aksesss classes is because it's the first class where you actually learn to receive for most people. And so in that, the receiving element is so vital, because if you're sitting in a class, for example, and you have much more capacity to receive, well, you get much more out of that class. If you're sitting across from a friend having a great conversation, your ability to receive means you get way more from that conversation. It changes the fundamentals of how your life shows up for you when you start to open up to receiving.
I think the way I felt about it was new and familiar at the same time. It felt like it makes sense. It felt like it's quite intuitive. And yet I woke up the next morning and I was just had this sense of lightness that I don't think I ever had before in the morning. When you wake up and you should be like groggy, you know, all sleepy, but then you wake up and you're like, huh, this is totally different.
Over the course of a day,